Hello, and I am in my review corner, which means this video is going to be a little different than a normal collection update. I like to sit here in my corner when I'm reviewing albums, but also when I'm ranking albums. It's that time of the year. We're all watching our friends create their best albums of the year, their favorite albums of the year, however they like to think of them, right? We're watching fellow YouTubers do the same thing, and I have a number of lists that I am making this year. And this video that you're watching, that you know that you're watching because you clicked on it and the title says so, is my favorite 10 EPs of 2021. And I have a pretty global list. These are bands from around the world. 7 different countries are featured in my favorite 10 EPs of the year. I don't own physical copies of all of them, but I own physical copies of about 5 of them, so I will show you 5 of them. And there will be text in the video as well for all the albums, but more importantly for the albums that I don't have a visual to show you all at this moment. So let's begin. Number 10 is a album that I heard early in the year, and I never forgot about it. I didn't revisit it all that much, but I remember liking it a lot. And then when I did revisit it before I recorded this video, and yeah, it remains as good as it was to me when I first heard it early in the year. So I am talking about the band Verwildered with their album Homo Homini Lupus Est, which more or less translates to man another man is a wolf. Awesome artwork, awesome tree, like a awesome band logo that looks more black metal than death metal. Verwildered um, is a band that is hard to classify. They play blackened death metal. The vocalist has an awesome range, high pitched shrieks, and then low growls. Slow moving songs on this. So I would say I wouldn't say slow moving for the most part. I would say mid tempo, but also a lot of fast, groovy, heavy parts. But these are longer songs. It's 5 tracks, 33 minutes and 55 seconds, which is, I believe, the longest EP on my list. And that is longer than a lot of albums in extreme music. So you're getting a lot of money, a lot of music for a low cost if you want to buy it in physical form. I would like to own this in some format in the future. Hard to describe. Verwildered. There are parts that sound like Behemoth. There are parts that sound like 200 Stab Wounds. There are, yeah, parts that make you just remind you of black metal, even if it's not exactly black metal. But this is some good blackened death metal. Um, First released by this band. Again, they're out of Belgium. And yeah, check out Verwildered, my number 10 favorite EP of 2021. Next up is a band that I showed before in a collection update, Sadistic Forest, out of Finland, with their EP Obscure Old Remains. Sadistic Forest play melodic death metal, plenty of groove, mid-tempo, a lot of variation in their songs. Vocalist style reminds me a bit of Anders Frieden of In Flames. But yeah, just a solid, all around solid EP. Sadistic Forest, cool album artwork out from Transcending Obscurity Records. We know how well they like to package their releases that they promote and that they release, so that's really cool. I talked more about this in a previous collection update if you want to hear some more of my thoughts on Sadistic Forest. I like all of their albums. I would say they're a mid-tier, solid, melodic death metal band. Out of Finland, country number 2. Number 7, I've been seeing this on various lists, which makes me happy. From Sao Paulo, Brazil, Fossilization, He Whose Name Was Long Forgotten. This is death doom done with aplomb. They sound like they've been playing for longer than they have been a band. They do not sound like they're brand new to the scene, but they were formed in 2020. This is out on Everlasting Spew Records, and yeah, it's a 2-person project. They both are also in a band that has put out, I believe, a release this year. No, it was last year. A sludge death doom metal band called Jupiterian. Another popular band, Transcendence Obscurity Records, also puts them out. Fossilization, death doom. I'm really looking forward to a full length from this band, and yeah, Fossilization. He Whose Name Was Long Forgotten. My 8th favorite EP of 2021. Up next, a little bit of a curveball for this list. Knocked Loose, A Tear in the Fabric of Life. And this is a band from North Central Kentucky, here in the United States. Knocked Loose plays metalcore. They love breakdowns. In fact, I saw them live opening for Gojira a couple of months back in Kansas City, Missouri, and the vocalist says, "We're Knocked Loose, and if there's one thing you need to know about us is that we fucking love breakdowns." And that's true. Knocked Loose is basically, they write songs that are all around the breakdown. There's multiple breakdowns in every song. But this album is a little darker and different. It also features a guest appearance from the vocalist from Portrayal of Guilt. And it's just darker, atmospheric. The lyrical content is really depressing and melancholic about losing a partner in a car crash. But towards the end, it does wear on me a little bit how breakdown heavy it is. But very solid release. Not a huge fan of Knocked Loose before this release. Their live show, I was convinced by their live show. If you have a chance to see them live, it's worth it. The vocalist has this fire and energy about him. Reminds me a bit of Zach De La Rocha. Not in sound, though he when he talks, he kind of has that kind of cadence, but not in sound, but just in raw, real energy and passion. That's what Knocked Loose brings to the stage. And yeah, number 7, Knocked Loose, A Tear in the Fabric of Life. Number 6 is everybody's favorite from Portland, Oregon, the great Witch Vomit with Abhorrent Rapture. I actually didn't love this EP when it first came out. Witch Vomit is a band that has the vocals, low as far as style, but also low in the mix. Hard to understand the lyrics. That's kind of funnier. A vocalist, I mean, that's death metal, right? But, already a band that's, has a vocalist that's really hard to understand. The mix is even dirtier on this album. But I came to find that this has some of the best riffs of the year. They're catchy. And if this is what's previewing what's to come from this band, I think they're going to keep rising in the ranks of this new wave of American death metal that we are seeing, that we are all loving and enjoying and appreciating and supporting. Witch Vomit, killer artwork as well. I'll show this off in my next collection update, and I'll show you the vinyl and the poster. Awesome packaging. Once again, another 20 Buck Spin release. My sixth favorite EP of the year, Witch Vomit with Abhorrent Rapture. Top five. So number five is General Surgery with Lay Down and Be Counted. This is a digital only EP from a gore grindcore, death metal outfit from Stockholm, Sweden. And I was recommended this EP by one of my friends on Metal Twitter, and he was exactly right. I love, I love when I like grindcore, but I really like death grind. I like when I can find a band that is mostly grindcore and not death metal that I really like. General Surgery, just 5 or 6 tracks, digital only EP. Let me actually give you the exact. So, 7 tracks, 20 minutes and 9 seconds. A couple of them are short bursts of energy, right? In the realm of the Thorax Embalmer is only 58 seconds. Necrogore is 53 seconds. Someone should take that as a band name, by the way, Necrogore. Psychotic Cerebral Procedure is 1 minute and 13 seconds. But there are a couple of longer, 4 longer songs. And this band just plays really amazing, fast, aggressive, grindcore. Really good at writing riffs, catchy grooves. The drummer's going nuts. Check out General Surgery. They've been around for a while. They've been around since 1988. And I believe this was an independent release. Yeah, I'm happy with it. I'm glad I was recommended it. I really, really like it. General Surgery is number 5 on my favorite EPs of 2021 with their EP called Lay Down and Be Counted. Number 4 is everyone's favorite death metal with hardcore elements band from Arizona, Tucson, Phoenix, Arizona to be exact. Yeah, I am talking about Gatecreeper and their 2021 EP, An Unexpected Reality. I think I already owned this before I showed collection updates, so maybe I want to show you the variant here because it's really, really cool. But Gatecreeper play an HM2 style, death metal, old school, get a lot of influence from Bolt Thrower, Entombed, but side A of An Unexpected Reality is fast death grind songs, fast death metal songs, and then side B has one slow track called Emptiness. They even divide it on there on the back to really show you these are 2 separate ideas. And Emptiness is one of my favorite songs of the year. The band released a live version of them playing it online, professionally done, very awesome to listen to, watch them play. Chase is playing guitar on it. I really like his vocal style. He makes it seem effortless, but he's just really good. He doesn't stray that far as range goes, but when he emphasizes words at the end of a line, they just always really, make you feel something. Really cool release by Gatecreeper here. My favorite album of theirs is their debut album, but I do like this killer artwork here. Killer EP. And here's the variant. It's a really cool. I actually don't know the name for this style of vinyl, but has like these ghost looking ephemeral ghost um, parts on it. Beautiful violet purple. Really cool in person, but yeah, I think this is doing a decent job here on this camera. Um, awesome release on Closed Casket Activities. Gatecreeper, kind of polarizing band. If you stay online too long, you'll find that people don't like them, but enough people like them, obviously. Uh, really looking forward to what they put out next. Um, yeah. I have high expectations and hopes for it. Really great. 18 minutes or so, 8 songs, including, an 11-minute just monster of a Death Doom track. If they went totally Death Doom, I would be really happy. Because that's my favorite part of this EP. I think they could flesh out and have better, tighter Death Grind songs than the ones on this album. The last song alone makes it be number 4 on my favorite EPs of 2021. Alright, getting to my top 3 EPs of 2021. Number 3 surprised me. I didn't know that it was coming out. I had no idea this band was working on new material. And I'm talking about Necrovault and their EP called Nachhut Toward the Towering Tomb. Necrovault is a death metal band from Bavaria, Germany, and they put out one of my favorite death metal albums in 2020 called Tontenzug, Festering Peregrination, and atmospheric, absolutely monstrously heavy, old school death metal. They bring in those Gojira, Elephantine grooves at all the right moments, but they really know how to create a dark, creepy, foreboding atmosphere. They're on Von Records, and yes, it's a 2-song EP, 19 minutes and 12 seconds. The first song, Where the Fog Entombed the Light, is 10 minutes and 51 seconds. The second song, Black Hole Grave Millstone, is 8 minutes and 21 seconds. And yeah, just the guitar tones that this band finds somehow just do it for me. Necrovault, they're awesome. If you missed this EP this year, like I almost did, give it a listen. It came out on November 24th, and yeah, it's on Von Records, and there is a limited edition CD run. I will try to find that when it is here in the States. Maybe Hell's Headbangers will get it in stock. Maybe someone else will. If anybody sees it or knows where I could find a copy of this EP in physical form in a US distro, let me know, please. But yeah, Necrovault Necrovault, Nachhut Toward the Towering Tomb, number 3 on my favorite EPs of 2021. For 2022, or number 2 on my list, is a band that the physical copy is eluding me. The first attempt was I tried to buy a cassette, and it came absolutely crushed in the mail. But I was able to. I just recently ordered a CD version of it from Chaos Records out of Mexico, and I was watching it. It got stopped at customs. Now it says it can't find my house. So, not sure if I'll ever get a physical copy of this anytime soon. But I'm talking about the band Feculent with their debut EP, The Grotesque Arena. This EP was my number 1 favorite EP of the year for the longest time as soon as I heard it. Feculent is out of Queensland, Australia. Some of the best immolation worship that I've heard. They also lock in just an amazing guitar tone that is extremely heavy, not HM2, not not like distinct on paper, I would say, but really, really put to use in a fantastic way. It's atmospheric, it's riffy, it's groovy, mid-tempo, killer death metal here on Caligari Records. Again, their first EP, one of my favorite bands out now that only has an EP. I would put Feculent near the top of my list as far as really wanting to hear what they do next. 6 songs, 19 minutes and 18 seconds. yeah, of just Immolation style, Morbid Angel style, death metal. The vocals are mostly low, um, a low style, guttural style almost, but there's a sprinkling of higher pitched that he almost sounds like higher pitched shrieks that almost sound like uh, the vocalist from Dylan from Full of Hell, which for me is he's one of my favorite vocalists that is out there today. Feculent, The Grotesque Arena, Caligari Records. Check this EP out. This band rules. And number one, I do not own a physical copy of my favorite EP of the year. Um, I only recently heard it and was just in my car, and I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna try this out. I'm hearing good things about it from friends on metal Twitter, and I'm talking about Typhonian with their EP, The Cosmic Pendulum of Time. It's out on Iron, Blood, and Death Corporation. Came out on June 1st. Seven songs, 29 minutes and 12 seconds. Typhonian. They play European death metal, based out of Germany, and they have a full length before this that I actually haven't heard yet. Typhonian play almost speed metal type death metal. Vocalist reminds me of Demiser the Demiser from that black and thrash band Demiser. Just yeah, man, it's just extremely well done. Meat and potatoes, European death metal that features solos, including those guitar sweeps, but also just more nuanced melodic solos. Uh, it's for an EP. It's long. It's 30. It's yeah, again almost 30 minutes. It feels like it's a full length. It would be on my favorite albums of the year if it wasn't an EP and if this was considered a full length because these songs are great. Um, One of my favorite songs of the year is on this EP. It's called Disembodied, track 3. 6 minutes, 4 seconds. Check it out. When this band just breaks into these really heavy, groovy parts, I just go crazy, you know? They just make my body move. Typhonian, The Cosmic Pendulum of Time, my favorite EP of 2021. That's all I have for you. I have more of my favorite albums to talk about coming up very soon. Thank you for watching, commenting, and subscribing to my channel. Talk to you all very soon.